Alright folks, welcome back to the Grant Garage. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Normally I'm working on engines and such, but as hunting season gets closer, and it's coming, the garage gets more full of deer and less full of engines and room to work on engines. So for the time being, my channel is going to be more focused into the hunting I'm doing. So today I'm going to do an unboxing and a review of the stand that I bought. And it is the Muddy. The Quad. Looks like there's a model number for you. Comes in 2 boxes. I guess we'll start with opening them. I don't know, let's do a small box first. It's well packaged, it's got tape and staples. Which is good because it was fairly heavy. I think all in all together this thing's supposedly like 160 something pounds. So in the small box, looks like this is the actual platform itself, if I was taking a guess. First impressions, I can tell it's thinner tubing, but I built enough stuff with that. I know that it's plenty strong enough. I believe it has a 500-pound weight capacity. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up on the screen now, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, it's fairly sturdy. Set that aside. Looks like the seats, kind of like that rubbery mesh material, but those will be decent. Got both of those. Couple bars here. Don't know what they do. I'm sure we'll find out. Okay. Another part of the platform. And the last part of the platform. We'll bring you right over here for a sec. Did find just a little bit of a damaged spot. Nothing that's going to worry me or be like, oh no, I can't use this. Actually, you know what? No, that's not a damaged spot. Well, it's a damaged spot. It's a damaged spot on purpose to uncover this hole. I just noticed there's another one over there near that hole. I bet it's just where the mesh gets there, it would have covered the hole, so they just got it right out of the way. And the more I look at it, they did that and it's actually welded down right there and right here. So that's on purpose. So not damaged. Disregard. It's like several different sets of these little bars. They're taped together. I'm assuming that's for a reason. Try to keep together certain sections. Got a lot of like this foam pipe insulation. I'm sure that's probably going to end up on the shooting rail. Got some tape on some of it. I'm not really a fan, but it's coming right off. That can go over there. More brackets. These ones have rubber on them. Still not sure what all this is. I'm sure it'll make sense later. I'm going to keep it all wrapped together right now the way they had it, because I'm assuming that they did that for a reason. It looks like a seat bracket if I've ever seen one. 2 seats, 2 identical brackets, so that makes sense. Got some cloth here. I'm assuming that this is to go around the shooting rail. It is a very felty feeling material.
It's got Velcro.
It's got Velcro to wrap it around and hook it to it. So, what comes out next? Whatever that is.
That might be part of the seat.
Okay, these I'm 100% positive that is a seat base. It's bolted down. That goes up on top because they swivel. Hopefully quieter than that.
I'm sure we can make it quieter.
A bunch of these. Those look like legs to me. They all appear to be identical. Another seat base.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is a two-seater.
At the ladder, looks fairly skinny as far as, yeah, not that wide, but should do the trick just fine. For the first 2 steps, it feels solid.
Those e-bikes, it looks fun.
It's that box of hardware. And a couple more random brackets and such. I would take a guess, and well, there's a
That's a lot of scratching.
fair bit of scratching on the paint there, but that's bound to happen in these boxes.
Honestly, they're all a bit scuffed up.
Yeah, it's all a little bit scuffed. Nothing I'm super concerned with. I assume that that's probably the top where the platform actually hooks to.
That makes sense.
Same with this, and I don't know what that is. The box is now empty, and I'm hoping that there's instructions in the hardware box because there wasn't anywhere else.
It's one of those figure it out for ya. Which we obviously don't want to do.
See what's in the hardware box. Whole bunch of bolts and pretty washers, including some giant ones that are probably going to make those seats quieter.
That would make sense. Hey, I see paper.
I'm sure those are for the seat. In fact, these are. These are probably like giant full-size washers for the bottom. And I do have instructions.
Woohoo! Another empty box.
That'll work
Oh, here comes Nubbin coming to the
Well, I
boxes.
say you heard box.
Yeah, he heard boxes.
Oh. Okay, this is a $500 blind. It's totally worth it. Came with a sticker.
Oh, came with a sticker. Price justified.
In all reality, I'm hoping for the best with this stand because, yeah, $500.
Yeah. Ouch.
And it's not just because it has a name I recognize on the front. Pretty much all of these are like that. If you get the River's Edge ones, I think they're like $200 or $300 more than that. So, let's see what we got. Warnings. I'm a guy, I'm not going to read those. It's already blasphemous that I'm opening this book at all.
How dare you?
Oh, let's see here. Big parts list. I probably should spread all those out, just to make sure I have them all. And I think I will, but I'm not going to bore you with that, so I'll come back when they're all set up. Alright, so I've sorted out all of these bolts and stuff. There's a ton of them, which I guess makes sense. So that being the case, I highly recommend it, if possible, to assemble it at home like I'm doing and then try to get it out there. But that is, of course, up to you. It does come with the parts list here. It tells you how many of each size you need. This is pretty much exactly like what I'm looking at there. I didn't count the little orange plastic ones because they're supposed to be 218, and if I'm missing one, I'll figure it out. I counted everything else out, measured it. There are a couple where in the pictures it shows that it's shouldered and they're actually fully threaded. Not a big deal. But they're all there and accounted for. Then we also have the parts list. This is one thing I don't like, is a lot of the instruction booklets you might see have like an exploded diagram. So it says, okay, you're looking for, obviously it's a bar, and then they'll call it a brace or something and you can go find it. This gives you the part number for the part, a brief description and how many we should have. That's all we have. You have to kind of look through the book and see what they are. I've already done that, and if you're at home trying to assemble this, I'm going to save you some of the work. So over here, the first thing is the front standing platform, center standing platform, and rear satin-ending platform. There's a typo. Anyways, the platforms are, I mean, those ones are pretty self-explanatory. They're the platforms. They got the expanded steel. Nothing real complicated there. The top ladder extension is this little piece. Then the top ladder section, of course, is that. Bottom ladder section is this one. It has the feet on the bottom.
There's the feet.
Top leg are these ones right down here by my feet. You notice they have a kind of a female or a male connection at the bottom there with no feet on them. Which brings us to the next one. The bottom legs look a lot like this, but do have the feet on the bottom. Okay, and we have the X support. I imagine they mean cross support. Female piece. And that's just these. They're, I don't know what to say, about 30 inches long if I'm guessing. I didn't measure them. They came all wrapped up. They have the bigger end there. So they're female on that end, male on this end. Then we get the cross support male piece. And that is these ones here. Wait a minute. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's right. You could see my foot was touching them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what they got? They got a hole on each end, exact same diameter all the way across. I'd say those are probably closer to 4 feet, if I was guessing. Then we get the short cross support male piece, the ones right in between. Obviously they're shorter, but they look just like those otherwise. Let's see here. Right leg support, left leg support. I don't actually remember what those
Wasn't
ones.
it those guys?
No, I believe those are the ladder supports. I feel like it might be these, but we're just gonna look back up in the book real quick. No, that's why. Because to me, I would call this a platform base. These are the right and left leg ladder.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that.
I switched to a different section. Yes, the left and right leg supports are these guys. I would call them the platform base myself, but that's not what they call them. So in the instructions, you're looking for those. And we get a sleeved rail support. That is these guys right down here. You can see they have the welded tube right onto it. The bolt, well, welded nuts onto them. That's the sleeved rail support. Rail support brace. These took me longer than I would like to admit to find because I was looking for a big piece. It took me a minute to actually find them in the book.
Both of us struggled, honestly.
It's these. They're about 10 inches long, flat pieces of steel, hole in each side. Not these. These ones.
There you go.
And the rail support. Yeah, the rail support were these two. They have 2 holes kind of close to that end, 1 hole at the other end. Let's see here, left and right ladder supports. It's these guys, hole in one end, flattened and angled over slightly at the other end. Okay, female and male shooting rails. That's these angled guys. You can see we have the male end down there and the female end here. Then the shooting rail connector is just these flat pieces I have right next to it. Shooting rail covers are these nice camouflage guys. There is 4 of them that are 41 inches and 2 of them that are 24.5 inches. The covers, those parts I'm sure anybody could figure out. As well as the rail foam, which is kind of like the pipe insulation stuff. 4 long ones, 2 short ones. They're right there. The seats, we have 2 of them. This is another one I'm sure anybody could figure out. These are the seats, kind of like rubber meshy stuff. Obviously, company's got to have its logo on it. Fine with me. The seat frame. These are the seat frames. Armrests. Guys here, they have the rubber up on there. It's kind of a foam rubber type thing. Okay, the seat bar is the other thing attached to this unit. It's angled, has those brackets there. The seat support is these pedestals right here. And then the seat support plate is back on my tailgate over here. Can't pick them up, but those guys. And the instruction manual. So we have everything that we need.
Hooray!
I'm tired, let's quit.
Okay.
Alrighty, looks like the first thing we gotta do is connect the front, center, and rear standing platforms using 8 of the 1/4 inch by 2 1/4 hex bolts, 16 non-metal washers, and 18 1/4 inch nylock nuts. So 1/4 inch by 2 1/4. As far as I can tell, we're just going to put a washer on the bolt side, go through the hole, put another washer on it, and then put the nut.
Oh, I was going to do that, but okay.
And with most of these things, you're not going to want to tighten any of them until you've gotten everything in, at least started. We have 8 total, is that what it said?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, the nuts and bolts we're doing right now are 7/16 or 11 millimeter. Yeah, I'm tightening these nuts and bolts down just to kind of a barely snug position. I'm not finalizing anything yet. You know, I can probably fit a ratchet in here. That'll make that a whole lot quicker on me.
I would.
And at this point, nothing looks like it lines up. And that's the main reason why we're not going to tighten everything down. The more we put together, the more it's going to be the way they designed it to work. Okay, so I got those in there, just barely snugged up. Honestly, I probably went a little bit too far. I may end up regretting that and having to loosen them again. Now we're going to attach the right and left leg supports. Uses the same bolts, the 1/4 inch by 2 1/4, non-metal washers, and nylon lock nuts. So these are the leg supports. Because this side has the ladder on it.
Oh, the ladder's in the corner. Okay.
So, yeah. It's like here and...
True.
And then same thing, I'm going to tighten these down just barely snug. In fact, slightly less than snug would be the best idea. I can still wiggle that around. And just like last time, I'll bring you back when this is all done and ready. Alright, so I got those loosely on there. Next one is going to be the sleeved rail supports. Looks like it takes 4 of the 5/16 by 2 1/4 bolts, and of course the non-metal washers and nuts. So we're going to flip it down, kind of set it on the ground here.
Done!
There, stands done. Let's go. That 1 foot up really gets you, that's the advantage right there.
Yeah, they'll never see you coming.
Alrighty, now the sleeve leg support. Now these position, they're all identical. Looks like the sleeved part is up. This is the holiday weekend. You're going to hear a lot of dirt bikes and stuff going by me. Anyways, yes, these are all the same. It appears that, let's see, let's start on the other side. Can the camera actually see me? I don't think it can.
No, I can see you.
It can see this?
Yeah, it sees you swinging that rod around. Yeah.
Okay.
You're in full view.
So we got the 5/16.
How can I help?
I can't really. No, I'm looking at it wrong.
Oh, how?
I mean, I'm holding the right stuff, but I'm putting it on the wrong spot.
Oh.
There we go. I'm like, I went to put it together and all the holes were gone, so. Now,
Hi, big guy.
want to grab me the washer and a nut? Yeah. These ones, by the way, the nut is a 9/16, the bolt is a 1/2 inch.
Gotta love the holiday.
Okay, I don't have a
Oh,
bolt.
you don't have a bolt? Oh, a bolt might help. Sorry. Here you go. You want me to hold the other ones for you real quick?
You can hold that up.
Yeah.
If at all possible, I would highly recommend getting help to assemble these. It is a pretty heavy product. Not to mention just stuff like that.
He's lucky to have his lovely assistant. Good to sit down?
Yeah. Kind of set it. And pick that up, just move it a little bit away from the truck just so I can fit over there a little better. Back a little. Laying those out to the side seems like the better spot. I folded up the first ones, but... Alright, next we need some of those rail support braces. If you want to grab those. It says connect 4 rail support braces to the sleeved rail supports and the standing platform using 8 to 5/16 by 1.5" hex bolts and the washers and lock nuts. Got the rail support, proper bolts. Everything is still only kind of just barely tightened down right now as well. And these will kind of go up there. It's worth noting, yeah, I did assemble that first one in a way I would consider to be incorrect. And yeah, according to the picture it was. The rail support down here, I put to the edge of the stand, which is fine. On this first one I put it to the outside of this the sleeved rail support, and that doesn't make sense. It would be stressing it, so I'm going to switch that now. To the inside, it's a much more straight line that way. And if I had read the next paragraph, it does specifically say that too. That's the outside of the standing platform and the inside of the sleeved rail supports. Plain penguin. Okay, so those are there, obviously, loose. I didn't even bother doing the almost snug with those. I'm gonna have to go back anyway. So, assemble the shooting rail by connecting the female and male shooting rail pieces.
Read much?
Well, some of it's very obviously translated from a language I don't speak. And my brain's trying its best to fill in the gaps.
Let me see.
Then insert the shooting rail connectors into the shooting rails and aligning holes. Connect the shooting rail to the outside of the sleeve rail supports using 4 1/4" by 2" hex bolts and the non-metal washers and nuts. Alrighty, so we need the rails. Here, pull some plastic off.
Yay, plastic pulling, my favorite.
Next we got the seats. I have it, this is the seat back. You can see the logo through it. At least I can, I'm pretty sure you can.
You can see it, yeah.
It says to put in just the tops first. And you know, just like everything else, leave it loose. And these seats are always really tight. It's kind of how they work. I've never actually been in one of the Muddy branded ones like this, but I've been in some others and they're usually pretty comfortable. But yeah, put the top in, then because it's tight, now that that's in, you can rotate it down into there and then get the others.
Oh.
Kind of helps you, does some of the stretching for you.
That's very convenient, yeah.
I think this one's gonna have to go a little. There we go. So yeah, the seats don't work if they're not tight, but okay. And then the seat frame is gonna go in the same way, just on the bottom of it now. They are marked with rear. Let's see here, same bolts as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the seat bracket, you're going to want to put the one marked rear in first. It fits a lot nicer. And then we'll kind of rotate it down to get the front in. The instructions probably say that, but I didn't read that carefully, I guess.
Still very tight.
That front's tight, for sure.
That front is very tight. Good Lord. I mean, I guess.
But it does have to be. That's how it supports you.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I don't have enough. Now it's telling me armrests.
Over there.
What size bolts we need? So logically, the cushy part's up top. I think that's a pretty safe bet to make. Bolt through the armrest, spacer, soft washer, and the nut. Same thing up front. Bolt with the washer, spacer, into the seat, soft washer, and the nut. I'm putting the seats now, except I'm only putting one, even though it's a two-person stand, primarily it's just me. So that plate goes on the bottom, then the nylon washer, and then a nut. This part would be very difficult to do if you were by yourself.
Oh yeah.
It does look like there are several positions you could put it in, whether you were by yourself or otherwise. There's 3 different spots here, 3 different spots there, plus right here.
In the middle.
So even by yourself, if you were only looking out one way, you could set yourself back a little farther. I intend to be able to look out all directions, so I definitely want it there.
Oh, those guys.
Plastic washers. It says 2, but 1 seat, so all this is going to be half. So using the non-metal washer, a 1/2-inch steel washer, and a 1/2-inch nylon lock nut, secure the seat to that. So, slide that up on there. It doesn't say anything about putting a layer of grease there, but I'm curious about how loud it's going to be. We may end up going back and doing that. Next step, securely tighten all nuts and bolts at this time. I'm not going to film that because, yeah, everything I just did there, everything I left hand tight, tighten it now. Alright, next we start putting some legs on it. Have the top leg sections. They have the brackets on there. Make sure that those are inward because it'll be used later. Also put it on the right way. Seems like a good idea, right? Top legs. This one, I don't need that at all. I'm gonna pick this up and slide that on there a little bit.
Oh wow. It's a little.
Well, it's because you're picking it up. Like.
Ah, there we go. Okay, yeah.
Somewhere around, close enough for right now. Do the same thing with this one. Somewhere's around there. We'll get it when we get the bolts. It might move on you anyway. Watch your head.
Yep. Where'd you go? There you are.
Right, and we got the 3 top legs. Now we just get the 3 bottom legs on those.
Lovely.
Use that to lift. Okay, so there's no braces.
Yeah. I mean, like, how it's flexing right there.
No braces?
Yeah.
Connect the 3 bottom legs to the top legs using 6 of these bolts,
Uh-huh.
6 non-metal washers, and 6 nuts. So, does it show in the picture? In the picture, it shows the bolt going into the hex-shaped holes. Using 2 1/4" by 1.5" hex bolts,
Ooh, this is large.
4 non-metal washers, and 2 nuts, secure the top ladder section to the standing platform. We're hooking the ladder up now. Well, start of the ladder. That worried me for a second. I thought it didn't fit. Bolt didn't look long enough, but just the overhang on it's excessive. Okay, those are tight. Now logic says it's the next ladder section, but we better check.
Mm-hmm.
Insert the top ladder section into the top ladder. Okay, into the top ladder section into the top ladder extension. And secure using 2 1/4" by 1.5". There are some brackets that have to go in there for cross bracing. Make sure those face the right way. Got going a little farther than that too. Right about there. Okay, well the next step says to put this here and align the holes. It does not say to put anything into said holes.
Oh. Maybe you have to tighten everything. Well, not tighten everything, but
Yeah, maybe.
brace everything and then do it. Need an extra hand?
No, I just needed to not be holding instructions. Oh my god, that gets heavy.
That gets real heavy. You might, here, let me.
I'm just gonna hold this and have you come over here. Unfortunately, the camera may miss a step because this ladder definitely needs to be supported right now.
I'm gonna.
That is not an optional thing.
Okay.
Then we'll see what the next step says. Attach the X support female pieces by securing 2 to each top leg and ladder section. 1/4" by 1.25" hex bolts. It shows them on the outside.
Are you done with those for now? I'll just get that for you. He does this. He drops things when he's done with them. That's how he loses so much stuff.
Basically one of those for every one of these tabs up here. Yeah, that one would almost fit. Okay, so the short ones go into this one and this one.
Okay.
That really just has to go there for that. Okay. I got that.
Okay. Needs to go here. Ooh.
That might be one that needs help.
I believe that will be one that needs help. Ooh, don't trip on that.
They're trying to help.
Mm-hmm. That's what they called for. And good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy.
Okay. Yeah, no, it seems happier on the inside. Securely tighten all nuts and bolts at this time.
All right, so we'll do that and then be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are up.
We forgot to turn it on. So Iwo Jima.
Yeah. Now let's see if he can handle being 12 feet off the ground. if you all didn't know, he doesn't do heights very well.
Pretty high.
It is pretty high. Seems pretty sturdy though.
I can see far.
That's what being 12 feet in the air does to you.
I'm gonna be honest, it's feeling a little tall.
You can do it. I believe in you. You gotta at least get in the chair. How's it feel now that you're sitting up there? Is it better?
I feel a lot better with a blind around me.
Well, we're gonna have a blind around you, so
I will admit, it's a little touchy for me being afraid of heights up here. But if I couldn't see here, if I had some carpet down here,
which we're gonna do,
blind around me,
which we have, that one's gonna go around him. You think it's doable with your blind around you and the carpet?
I absolutely, I won't feel secure in it myself because of my fear of heights.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I have something around me. Even though it's not going to protect me at all in any sort of, if I tripped or something, I would feel more secure just not being quite as out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm feeling a little better. I've been up here now a couple seconds here.
You've been up there about a minute and a half.
Okay. Anyways, time to come down.
Time to come down.
For somebody not afraid of heights, like you, I think it's a pretty good stand.
You gonna make me climb up it now?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I don't want to climb up it, but I will. Oh, such a skinny ladder. I don't like the ladder.
Alright, so I've taken it back down a little bit. I took the top off just so it'd be easier to transport. When we go carry it out into the woods, we'll put it back together there. It's a lot more comfortable for me on the ground because like I said, I don't do heights, but it was stable. It's enough that even being afraid of heights, I'm not going to have trouble going into there and hunting. So, all in all, I would say it's pretty good. It is fairly pricey. It was close to $500 no matter where you get it. I bought this one on Sportsman's Guide. I'm looking for things I don't really care for. The expanded steel on the bottom does kind of flex under you, so it doesn't feel real great. But there are lots of cross supports in it. You're not going to fall through it, even if the expanded stuff was to fail. I intend to put a little bit of carpet over the top of it, and that'll actually probably make me not notice that as much either. It'll also probably make me feel a lot better about being up in the blind. At this point, I think it's pretty good. If you want to know how it hunts, well, you'll have to ask me again in another month. So I mentioned earlier, normally my channel is engine stuff. The next couple of you'll probably see a couple more hunting related ones in the near future here, as I get stuff situated for that, because that's about all that's going to be in there. So yeah, if you like the video, like the video. If there's anything you had questions about with it, or hey, anything you want to tell me about it that I missed, because that'd be cool too. Go ahead and leave a comment about it. This was a hunting one. You'll see a little bit more hunting stuff soon. Otherwise, it's engines. If that sounds interesting, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the Grant Garage. We hope to see you again.